Hi everyone, I will be with you in 1 minute. Enough time to allow people to fill into the chat and for me to check and make sure that everything is in working order as we experience a little abnormality yesterday. Look at my mic. I don't understand what's going on. Let me see. Oh, don't tell me. Yes, I'm okay over here. For some reason, bear with me, friends. I'm not quite sure why what I'm seeing on my screen. Okay, this is not good. It's taking a few seconds to adjust. 1 second. What I'm seeing on the screen is not matching. I bet you it seems like YouTube made some changes. Bear with me. That shouldn't be the way. One second, friends. What's on my screen is what I should see on the screen. 1 second. Bear with me. Something is, I'm not quite sure. It seems like YouTube made some changes and I have to adjust. I'm not quite sure what it is. Bear with me, for everyone. Sorry about that. What I see on my streaming application is what I should see on the screen, but that's not what's going on. I just want to see. Bear with me, please. Okay, still not good enough. One second. Wow. I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube today, friends. There is a problem with how the video is showing into the, and I don't have enough time right now to go into and let YouTube know we have a problem. What I am seeing on my screen is not what's being shown on the YouTube app. So please bear with me 1 second. I'm going to see if at least you can see my face. Bear with me 1 second. This is unbelievable. And I don't know why it's happening. Well, somebody made a change. I shouldn't have to fight with this thing like this. Somehow the screen is not correct. Okay, does anyone look, can someone please call me from your point of view, because my screen, something is not right. Can someone please call me on my YouTube phone? I'm going to post the number. Excuse me, everyone. I'm experiencing some technical issues. That's what happens when you live stream. Unfortunately, every once in a while, you will encounter difficulties. But at least you can see me. Ah, thank you for calling me. Can you please tell me if can hi, how are you? Can you please tell me if you see my
We can see you fine, hear you fine. Everything looks great.
oh okay, because on my screen I only see portion of myself.
Yeah, we see you fine. We see you and hear you fine. It's coming in just like it always does.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay, then I'm gonna
Perfect, just like you are.
okay, I'm gonna leave it like this because on my screen I can't see myself. No problem.
Okay, well, we can see you and hear you fine.
Okay,
We'll let
great.
you know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
But you have a good.
You too.
All right.
Thanks. Take care. Bye bye. Hello? Hello? How I got it. Okay. All right, friends. Sorry about that. That's why, for some reason my screen is showing something different than you are seeing. So, thank you. There are two people who called me. I appreciate both of you. The second one, I didn't have a chance to speak to you. I want to say thanks for calling me. And since I can't see myself on that screen, I am going to do the best I can. Please forgive me. In any event, how many of you saw Eric Trump last night on TV? Can you imagine this? Well, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because they've lost hope. They were hoping that they would be more powerful, okay? A lot more people would come out and defend them, and that's not what's happening. So, intuitively, when I saw him, the clip, I didn't see him on Fox News. I watched the clip on Twitter. So, the kids now are going to start coming out and defend him before the impeachment. And what the thing is, he said people are going to miss his father. I'm like, are you kidding me? We lost 400 something people, 1,000 people. And the funeral of the policeman is not going to help them at all. But that I will reserve that for a few minutes. But intuitively, what I'm being told, since no one else will go on TV basically and defend them, what else is new? So they are trotting out the kids and whoever they can find to go on Fox News. By the way, from what I understand, I read this morning they are third behind CNN and MSNBC as far as viewership. And it is because, of course, people are beginning to realize they are a bunch of liars. In any event, the Trumps are surprised. It's a very cold world, as I predicted. That will come out, by the way, how they're feeling right now behind the scenes. But intuitively, they're not doing very well. And Trump is not taking not being in the White House very well. It's not because he thinks he won. It's an ego trip. And the way he's being treated, no one is standing up for him. He's not used to that. So there is major chaos in the Trump family. We will find out about it. The other, well, that's my prediction. The Trumps are not doing very well. They are worried not only about legal issues that will come. I'm surprised they haven't been served, or we haven't heard at least. Okay, but money trouble, business issues, they are bombarded with everything. In any event, Omega Forever says Fox News never showed the funeral and memorial of the Capitol Police. Of course not. because of exactly what I'm going to tell you. They can't show it because if they do, what's going to happen is the Republican base will see, and that's why Fox is losing viewership as well. Like I predicted, more people are going to see not only this funeral. Okay, that's going to be a big turnoff to most people. But when they start watching the impeachment proceedings next week and having people like AOC, among others, who are willing to put out their stories, what they experienced during that terrorist act. So I feel like saying that's why Fox did not show it last night. And also I'm sure there shouldn't be, I don't see any reason why they would do anything different today. But regardless of what they do, the events, things that are coming out this week and before, is going to have a major impact on how Republican senators vote next week. And I still feel, because of the way it's going to be an emotional outburst from regular folks, and senators are going to find themselves in a situation where they have to vote their conscience, because it's going to be too much. And according to experts, impeachment is a political thing. So with a lot of emotion injected in there, yeah, it will take a major toll, not only on the senators, also, and they were victims as well. They're going to think back, a lot of them, how close they came, because, a lot of those, they could have gotten killed. The well-known senators like Cruz and Hawley would survive. There are a few more who are well-known, but Republican senators who are not well-known would probably get killed among Democrat senators. And the same thing goes for the House. And I'm going to bring this up again because I mentioned it at least once or twice. When that Democrat representative, while they were hiding, was trying to pass out masks to everyone in the room where they were hiding, the Republicans turned it down, and they were really proud of it. But if you notice, they were not worried. They were speaking among themselves, smiling, and intuitively I feel they were laughing. It is because they knew whatever was going on outside was not going to affect them. And Marjorie Greene was there as well, and I'm going to go to that in a few seconds. But I feel like saying the emotion is going to be too much. It's going to be, I can be wrong, but I don't see intuitively, and the way they are showing this to me, how it would take a tremendous that's not called courage, but those who vote not to convict Trump, it's basically cowardice, and they only think about themselves. But it feels like, to me, Democrats will be able to cull at least the 17 Republican GOPs that they need to put Trump away. Well, he's not going to jail for that, but to convict him. And I would be surprised if they don't get more, because it's going to get very emotional. That's why Fox News is not showing, did not show the funeral, because it was very sad last night and this morning, and also the way it's being framed. Well, it's true. He was fighting for freedom. He did not want those rioters terrorists to invade the Capitol, a sacred place for America. He did not want them in there, and he was in the military and all that, so he understood better than a lot of those guys, who some of them were in the military but they didn't care. They just wanted to have their way. A lot of them did not even vote, and yes, they're gonna go down. A lot of them will serve jail time, and a lot of them will lose their. As I'm saying this, I have to answer a question. A lot of them will lose whatever pension, whatever benefits they had. Someone was saying they are getting calls from the military. If you are a vet, they are getting calls about their benefits and stuff like that. You didn't take part in this. I don't feel the Biden administration is going to go after any veterans. That's the last thing to expect, and this from the Biden administration. That's my prediction. So if you were in the military, they called you for whatever reason, I don't feel you have anything to worry about that. Biden taking away any benefits from you. If anything, it feels like to me when I touch with Biden, it will be to help our vets. That's it. And when it comes to Marjorie Greene this morning, I saw her walking away. I don't know exactly when she's going to walk away. But the piling on is going to get worse. And I believe yesterday I predicted that she's going to be stripped of whatever assignment she had. I still feel the same way. I am not seeing anything that's going to change. And yes, she can yap all she wants. In fact, there is an energy shift that's taking place. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's a lady. She used to be. I don't know whether she was a senator or in Congress. Her name is Barbara Comstock. I mean, I haven't seen this woman in so long. I remember when they were impeaching Clinton. She used to be on TV all the time. She used to be a major thing with the Republican Party. In any event, I saw her on TV, and Karl Rove as well, I heard, was on Fox, calling for action to be taken against Marjorie Greene. And it felt the reason, and after that, after I got out of bed this morning, that was on my mind because I was watching Morning Joe at 6 o'clock. And as I wasn't washing my face in the bathroom, I saw Marjorie's back. She's walking away. Two things that can happen, what this possibly means. Not possibly, this means, I don't know which one will come first. She will either walk because the pressure she's on right now is too much, or she loses her election. But it feels like to me, because 2 years is going to go like this. Yes, I know she's saying that, she's doubling down on everything. Well, right now she's not looking too good. And the way she's being treated, I don't think so. I don't feel it's gonna work out for her. She can double down all she wants. I don't think it's gonna work. Thank you very much, Janet C., for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, friends. So right now she's on the, okay. What I feel, the leadership, Republican leadership, and those people who are manipulating, those guys are simply the puppets. They are answering to those who are paying them besides us. Okay? There is a movement behind the scene, or orders is coming down to clean house, to put the party back on its feet, because, as I'm saying this, I read something on Twitter, a list somebody posted yesterday that has the name of a whole bunch of people. I forget the name of the organization, but it's a Republican organization. 2020 was supposed to be the year where they win the battle against Democrats. I'm going to put it that way. They would be basically the main party. They would take over and shut out Democrats. Unfortunately, for them, it's not working. But the point I'm trying to make is, intuitively, when I saw that, it felt, the feeling, the impression, intuitive impression I got, that's going to neutralize the Republican Party and all their activities. And as I was looking at it, that's when I got the message was there are forces behind the scenes that we are not seeing that are beginning to put pressure on people like McConnell and others to start discouraging people like Marjorie and to stand up to them. And you know what, guys? I know I've said this before, but now it's becoming clearer. They're going to cut Trump off. He can try to squirm and complain. And the not too distant future. Yes, he can have some people in the base. There is something that's going to happen, and they are going to be able to take the base, move the base away from Trump, or at least a great number of people from the base will move away from Trump. That's the way I am getting this. And it feels like to me, the movement is already afoot. They started it already. And I believe I've said this before, Republicans are not sitting behind the scenes on their hands doing nothing. But now it feels like there is an urgency for them to do something ASAP. That's the way I am getting it. So, things are going to get worse as far as Trump's popularity and the base. There is going to be a lot of, as I'm saying this, I'm seeing people walking around. There is going to be a lot of lead work as well. It's just like, it's going to be like an election, okay, but it's going to have okay. It feels like it's going to, they're going to primary some of the people right now, like Marjorie, if she was to still be in Congress, she's going to be primaried, among others. And it's going to be taken more seriously, like the Mo Brooks of this world. These people are going to be primaried because those powers that be that we don't know that are giving money, like that woman from Publix, that Publix Harris, those people are beginning to be very concerned because of the way the Republican Party, where the Republican Party is heading. Trump failed to stay in power. Now they are terrified because if he did stay, they would have gone along. But now, a lot of them are worried. They feel they're going to have to take action. And that's what's going on behind the scene. The directive is going to people like McConnell, straighten this out. You know something? Republicans have ways, I mean the big guys, okay, of doing things. They can, I don't know how this is done since I don't know the process, but they can manipulate that the people at the lowest level of the party, like the supporters, the base. It may take a number of months to accomplish it, but there is something like that going on to remove people, to get them away from QAnon and Trump. Some people, they will never walk away from those two entities. But at least that's going to put them in a position where it feels like to me they are not at the receiving end of all those negative press. And the Democrats, well, basically have a leg on them because they have realized they may not be in a position of power for a long time. So that's what they're working on right now. They're not going to be able to win the 2002 cycle, but they are shooting for 2004 and beyond. I don't feel they're going to make 2004 either. 2024, I'm sorry, friends. I'm saying 2004, 2024. Well, I wish it was 2004. Well, not in many ways, because that was before I lost my job. It wasn't a good time. In any event, I feel like saying there is a lot going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of. And they have no choice but to make changes and to get rid of people like Marjorie Green, Boebert. These people, yeah, they're going to find ways to primary them, and Trump, with his little money, he's not going to be, well, Trump is going to have he's going to be in trouble up to his eyeballs, so he's not going to have that much influence. Somebody wrote something here that caught my attention. Cheryl Fry says one of the moms of a Sandy Hook child was killed. Really? She had a conversation with Margaret Taylor Greene, and the mom was so emotional and sad. MTG should not be in any committee with children involved. Well, you're not the only one who feels that way, Cheryl. I thought, I didn't read it at first. I thought Marjorie Green put a hit on her or something, and it's just coming out. But yes, it's being, well, basically right now, they're not afraid to say it. That's like I said earlier. Karl Rove basically said it, and that woman, Barbara Comstock, all these people, they're not just coming out and say these things, friends. Believe me. Like I said, I just made the connection as I'm saying this. All these people that are coming out, that are saying these things, it is part of taking Trump down. They're not only going to do over with Marjorie, okay, but that same group of people are heading in a direction to take Trump down. That's where this is heading. So it's going to be interesting to read it in the news. Axios, I'm sure, is going to have some stuff on it. In any event, there is one thing I want to take a look at. I believe somebody asked me a question. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah. I'm sure some of you were aware, Schumer and McConnell did not reach a deal until today on how to conduct business in the Senate. That's the best way I can put it right now. They've reached that deal. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, somebody said something about Graham. A long time ago, I mentioned Graham was going to have some legal issues. I wouldn't be surprised if Graham thinks he's going to get away with some of the shenanigans he pulled in behind the scenes, if he does not get ensnared into the same Trump situation that we have going on. And also, I'm being shown the commission that I have mentioned months ago that was going to be created. I heard in the news last night, Nancy Pelosi mentioned it. And that's not a prediction that's going to come true, I feel, because I still feel very strongly about it. And that commission my prediction is a lot of people will be implicated. A lot of people will lose their seats over that. And if they don't go to jail, a lot of people will have ruined lives. Rebuilding your life in your early to late 50s or 60s is not a fun thing. And these people are better off than I, so it's going to be even 10 times harder than it was for me to get back up. So this is not going to be fun. Okay. But my prediction is we're just getting started. And I feel Nancy Pelosi will keep her words. She's not kidding. Okay. Something happened here. I want to see. Okay. I'm going to stay a little longer because it took me a few minutes to get things straightened out. So I will answer questions now. Jacqueline Weldon is saying, my son-in-law is a Trumper, and now he's posting things about Joe and Jill being responsible for Joe's first wife's death. Somebody who believes, well, I saw something on CNN this morning. A young lady who believed everything about QAnon. As you're saying this, people like that young lady who was on CNN, who was recounting her experience and how she left the QAnon movement because she realized it was all a lie. Stay strong, Jacqueline. It's too late now. He can post all he wants. If anything, he's going to look not very smart because people are waking up to all those lies. So it's gonna fall flat. Don't worry. And then he's gonna realize he's doing the wrong things as well. Okay. JJ Funky Threads is asking Lindsay G is going down. Oh yeah. The person who posted that thing on Twitter about Garland was being slow walked. His confirmation was being slow walked because Lindsay is worried. He's very concerned about, a ton of investigations that are to come and how he's going to be implicated. And you know what? I would be surprised. As I'm saying this, I'm getting Georgia. Do you guys remember he called the Georgia Secretary of State? He was not supposed to. If I get into this, it would take too long. That's what those things I feel are going to get Graham in trouble, and those are the things that we know about. There are more things that we don't know about yet that are to come to light. So that Graham has been involved in. Can you imagine? The guy was asking the Secretary of State basically to cheat. I've said that before the election, but basically that's what he was trying to do. Convince the Secretary of State to discard votes and stuff. Yeah, Graham is going to get in trouble. Okay. Let's see. I'm scrolling down. What? Salome says Merrick is going to crucify Lindsay. He called and he threatened him. Yeah. Lindsay is worried. Okay. Yes, Sajin saying, did you see how my pillow guy, flipped out on Newsmax, hilarious. I saw a clip of it on Twitter. Well, the host basically walked off the set. Yeah. Well, basically, that the gentleman the host who walked off the set, he doesn't want to get sued. That's why. It's a money thing here. It's not that, because, I mean, a lot of those people know they are lying. That's one thing. And the My Pillow guy was basically still blaming Dominion for Trump's loss. And the host doesn't want to part ways with his money. He doesn't want to be part of a $1-point-something billion lawsuit. So that's why he walked away. Okay. That's a good question. Jane Hiromoto is asking, will we see the end of the COVID pandemic when there is more variant popping up and the current vaccines are not effective? Oh, Jane, they are effective. Okay. Yes, we will see the end of this pandemic. It may take a little while, a few more years, like 2, 3, maybe a little more. I'm really bad with time. But I've never doubted that we would find vaccines for this thing. Okay. In fact, I predicted that by last year around this time, I predicted, or March, I predicted around December we would have vaccines and treatments, efficacious treatment for this thing. The thing is, even if you get sick, if you've been vaccinated, that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I feel intuitively. You're not going to end up in a hospital, nor suffer the physical damages that, toll that this thing can take on you, even if you were to get sick. So, and from what I understand, as of this morning, we have 4 vaccines. It's not only 3. And the other thing is they can tweak those vaccines to meet whatever variation is coming out. So hang on there. Don't get scared. Yes, we will successfully handle this thing. And one more thing I heard this morning in the news, the vaccines that we have in place right now cuts down and the transmission rate, infection rate. Not Pfizer. I don't remember the name of the company. They did a study while they were conducting their research as far as how efficacious the vaccine is. Okay, they did a study. If you are infected, can you transmit it? They said the response they got was very good. Please, friends, look for it. I will look for it myself, and I'll post the link. If I don't post the link right away, please bear with me. But yes, it's in the news. In fact, I watched it on CNN this morning. The vaccines are working. And the infection rate, because if we all get vaccinated, is going to be lower. And if you get sick, it's not going to be as bad. And I'm not surprised intuitively. I feel that's correct. So we'll see. But stay strong, hang in there. Don't let this frighten you. Okay. Pam C8KS, yes. Pam said, did you see the Secretary of Defense General Lloyd Austin is cleaning the house? Yes. He fired the whole board, whatever civilian board, I don't remember the name of it, that Trump was trying to stuff all his buddies into. Done. I'm telling you guys, and so people ask me that similar questions before. Will the Trump people remain? Biden is not playing. And some, in any situation, you can have some people who evade getting caught, okay? But I feel there is something going on. Everybody who is a sycophant of Trump and you are in government, you get a political position, you're going to go. Because these people are being perceived of not being in the best interest of our country. That's why they're going to go. And you know something else? The departments where Trump inserted them, put them at, a lot of people don't like them. Oh, there's one more thing I saw this morning. ICE, a lot of people from ICE are going to get fired. It seems like they are trying to, a lot of them are Trump sycophants, and they are bucking the new rules or whatever. I forget the military term for it. Engagement, their rules of engagement, or how they're supposed to treat immigrants. A lot of them love the way, I read it I believe it was on New York Times or the Washington Post this morning. They're going to set a few examples on them. They're going to get fired. That's my prediction. Okay. Haley's mom, Hall is saying, I heard that they are trying to reduce the 1,400 package per person down to 1,000. And I'm praying to God that Democrats don't let him do it. I would be surprised if Democrats go for the 1,000 thing. There's a lot at stake here. And the Democratic Party does not want to look like they've been rolled over by the Republicans, and also the way the Republicans pushed through that tax break for their 1%, the top 1% earners. Democrats, it feels like to me, intuitively feel emboldened, and they're not afraid because Republicans didn't treat them the way they want to be treated right now. They want to be treated with deference, or, in the name of unity. There was no such thing when they rammed that thing through. So, payback time. Okay. El Paso Talk and T915 says, meanwhile, I don't see Moscow Mitch well. What do you see by just looking at him? I didn't get a good feeling, thank you. Well, I feel you are correct, and I've said that before. He's going to have some health issues. So yes, you're correct. I don't know exactly when, but I would be surprised if this year passes, he doesn't have some health issues. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I apologize for, that thing is still not correct on my screen, but I'm glad at least you see, your screen is different than my screen. You can see me. From my screen, I can't see myself. I only see the mic right now. So I apologize for that. I'm going to have to find out what's going on. But thank you for sticking with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Lucky McCluck is asking me, will the Republicans succeed in forcing a reduction to the COVID relief package? They're going to negotiate, but I don't feel the reduction is going to be that much. So don't worry about it. Hang in there. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmedia.com, or you can send me an email. We can discuss one at a time. That's good for both of us to talk. My email address is psychicmilu@aol.com. Please, if you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. And hit the thumbs up. in order for YouTube to position my my videos in a good place, a positive spot, a good spot on the main screen. Again, thank you everyone. Till tomorrow. Bye.